Every grandma has at least one recipe that no one in the family knows how to replicate. My grandma had this turkey that she would cook on New Year's Eve in El Salvador. This was an elaborate dish that started the night before, marinating the turkey, and it would continue the next day with my grandma pounding all the ingredients for the sauce using a volcanic stone. That sauce was delicious. But around 2008, my grandma was starting to lose her strength to make this dish. And my brother realized that if we didn't document her process, we would risk losing her recipe forever. So we made a video.
Si tuviera un restaurante, le pondríamos el pavo de la abuela Zapatona, porque este es puramente el pavo hecho a la manera artesanal.
Now, I never expected this video to go viral, but somehow it accumulated over 18,000 views on YouTube. And to my surprise, most of the people watching were other Salvadorans around the world. Back then, I was still living in El Salvador, so I didn't understand why they would be interested in this video. It wasn't until I became an immigrant that everything started to make sense. I left El Salvador in 2013 with a full ride scholarship to study film in Santa Fe, New Mexico. That was a dream come true. As a student, everything felt new and exciting. I was meeting people from all over the world, discovering new places and trying different food. I didn't have time to think about home. But when I moved to Atlanta and I became a resident, everything changed. I didn't know anybody in the city except for my husband. And I was waiting for a work permit that took almost a year to arrive. That was frustrating. All these things were affecting me, so I finally felt homesick. And like many immigrants, I saw comfort in the food that I grew up eating. I would crave the taste of Salvadoran sauces made with relajo and alhuaste. But finding those traditional flavors in the South was challenging. I needed to learn how to recreate these flavors at home. So my first instinct was to ask my mom and my grandma for the recipes. But they never write these things down. So I went on YouTube for help. And quickly I fell into this rabbit hole of Salvadoran women cooking my favorite dishes from home. Suddenly, I realized that I had become like one of the viewers on my grandma's video. I was trying to reconnect with my roots, and food was a vehicle for that. I have to admit that as a kid in El Salvador, I didn't care about Salvadoran food. I used to think that fast food was cooler or better than a humble plate of beans. So silly. But now I understand the value of my culinary traditions. It's what gives me identity and comfort. And the more I watch these women sharing their recipes, the more I realize that they play an essential role in keeping our culinary traditions alive. I captured this feeling in my latest short film, Cooking with Claudia. Subscribe to this channel to be the first one to watch. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments which of your grandma's recipes you love to recreate. And I'll see you on the next one.
Esperamos que lo disfruten. Que sepan disfrutarlo, el sacrificio del trabajo que lleva, pero que a pesar de todo lo hacemos con verdadero amor.
Y feliz año.
Feliz año.